Every girl need this one in their iCarve. This is talking about how we met. And this Ishmael just jumping in. Who wanna start first? You or me?
First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ishmael.
You know Nicole, so I don't know what he talking about, but that's what he said. Go ahead.
You can start off.
Short version, long version.
We'll do a short version.
Okay, short version, we met at work. I was dating this other guy, and then he got fired. And then I didn't know he exists. They actually called him Ghost. And I always be like, how do the roles splice? I thought somebody was supposed to put the rolls on, and then they be like, oh, we got somebody back there doing it. But I never seen him. I seen him once before, but I thought he had got fired or something. But anyway, somebody told me he liked me. And I was like, who? And they was like, Ishmael, the Mexican guy. I was like, for real? And then they was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. So tell your part of the story.
Yeah, I had been with the company a couple of years. But anyway, she came along, you know, working there for a couple of months after, before I noticed her from the beginning, but like she said, she was dating someone else. You know, I didn't really pay no attention, you know, especially to when I already had somebody. But so, like she said, the dude had got fired. So I said, well, shoot, I mean, I guess I asked her, you know, I actually asked her for a ride. I mean, did she need a ride? Because I know I seen her walking to the bus stop one time.
Can you tell before that happened, before you even spoke to me? Because I didn't know he liked me. Somebody else told me that. So tell me what you told her or them. Tell me what you told them.
I said, yeah, I think I like her, you know. I want to get to know her. And from that point on, we actually started working together.
On the same side of the plant.
So
because he used to work on the right side and I used to work on the left
side. And
I never seen him, you know, because it was a busy place. He was a road tender at that time, but then he became a press operator later on down the line as our life went on. But yeah, I never seen him, and we worked 12 hours together.
12 hours. I mean, a lot of hours. But anyway, somehow we
ended up on
the same, working
team.
on the same team, on the same crew.
And
from that point, I mean, went on from there. I asked her. I mean, we just started talking as friends first. I mean,
we was friends for a long time. But anyway, it wasn't, he ain't telling the whole story. He told this lady that he liked me. And she came to me and she said, that dude back there like you. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's neat. During this time, I was still talking to old boy, even though he had got fired. So I was like, well, that's neat. And then, I think it was like during around October. I think it was October, right?
Yeah, around October.
During October, I was told I was like November. He asked me, can I take you for a ride? You know, can I give you a ride home? And I was like, nah, I'm cool. Because I had this lady who used to come and pick me up and stuff like that. So I paid her for the week, you know, so I don't need a ride. I'm just waiting here for her. So he offered again and again and again, and I kept on saying, no, I'm good. But while he was offering me a ride, he wasn't the driver. And all his brothers had long hair, so I said, how that man gonna offer me a ride with his white let me tell you, it was nighttime. We used to work from 8 to 8. So when his brothers came and got him, all their hair was down and long. And then I was like, how that dude gonna offer me a ride with his wife in the car? Just like that. And then I told the lady that told me that he liked me. I said, that man had his wife picking him up. Just like that. So I stopped talking to him, and then he came one day and he was driving. And I was walking to the bus stop because the lady that used to come pick me up, she had got sick. So she called me and told me, I'm not going to be able to pick you up because I'm at the hospital. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was walking to the bus stop, and then he was like, can I give you a ride home? And I was like, nah. Then he was like, well, just let me take you to the bus stop. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. So I got in the car with him, and it was like me and a whole bunch of other people. But I got in the car, and then I got up there to the bus stop, and the ladies that I was walking with was like, damn, he could have offered us a ride too. He just offered you a ride. But he didn't even say nothing when he took him to the bus stop. He wasn't like, I like you, I want to talk, like other men be. He just was like looking. He kept on glancing, and then I look and he glanced. Now I look. And then he just took me to the bus stop, and I was like, okay, that's cool. So the lady was in the hospital a couple more days, and I walked back and forth to the bus stop because I was told that he was not available. So you tell your part of that story from there.
Available from where?
Somebody told me that you was married or you had a fiance.
Oh, no, actually what it was is I had she was like a friend. I didn't have no fiance. I had met this girl through my parents. So I just knew her like 2 weeks. And she was actually a babysitter, and I just knew her. I was in no kind of relationship. But yeah, I had told her that I didn't have no girlfriend.
And
she was a friend, but she was not no girlfriend.
I told him, if you is not available, then ain't no need of me trying to get to know you, because at that time in my life, I was trying to develop myself I was trying to get to know myself, to learn myself, because I had came out of a relationship with my first baby daddy, and then, it was him. So I told myself, the next dude I date, after I had dated the other dude, the next dude I date, he's going to be my husband. I'm going to give him my all. I'm going to be all in with him. We going to click up and be buddies or whatever. And I just didn't want to waste my time. And I don't want to take nobody man. Because if you take something that belongs to somebody else, it's just a rule of fact, somebody will take it from you. So I was like, if you're in a relationship, I just don't want to deal with you.
So actually I wasn't in no relationship. So hey, that's why we, ended together for so many years.
No, he telling you the short version. In November, it was my birthday, and I was turning, 21?
21 years.
I was turning 21, and he was like, oh, you can drink, no, you legal. And then I was like, really? Let's go drinking. So I didn't know that he can throw him back. So I was like, let's go drinking, just trying to be like whatever. So he was drinking brown liquor, and I was like, I do not drink brown liquor. Matter of fact, I really didn't drink anything. Like, I drunk wine coolers, but old boy could drink. And then he'll throw up, on you. So, okay, after my birthday, we had a pretty decent time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a good time. And then in December, he had been taking me home all in November. And I was like, I'm going to do something nice for him. And I told my mom, I said, well, the dude that been taking me home, I need to, really do something real nice for him. I said, because he ain't asked for no gas money. And then when we get off early on Thursdays, he take me to lunch or whatever. But it wasn't like we was going to lunch together. We was going to lunch with the whole plant, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, we actually go to
Applebee's or
Some little hot wing spot.
anywhere. We went with the plan. Okay, so he was like, he would always say, when I try to pay for my food, no, I got you, don't worry about it. And it'd be me and other ladies sitting over there. And I never had to pay for my food or anything, so I just thought it was nice. He didn't try to kiss me, he didn't try to touch me. He just was like, whatever. You know, even my birthday, he was drunk, he stayed over my house to my apartment. He didn't touch me. He just laid in the bed. In the morning, I got up, I fixed him something to eat, and then he just said, I gotta go get my mom and take her to work. And I was like, okay. And he left, and then he was like, if you ain't doing it, maybe we could do something later on in the day, like go to the movies or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So in December, Ishmael just vanished, and I'm like, where is Ishmael? I'm asking everybody, where's Ishmael? And then the dude named Gary said, well, Ishmael's grandmama passed away. And he was like gone for a long time. I remember him being gone for a really long time, and that's when I really said, damn, I really like him. Because the other dude, he got fired, and I was like, we talked for a couple of weeks or whatever. But when Ishmael left, I think he left for like 2 weeks.
About a week and a half, something like that.
Yeah,
close to it.
He left, and I couldn't get in touch with him. I was like, I don't have his pager number.
Yeah, we using pagers back then.
Yeah, I didn't have his pager number. I didn't have nothing. I ain't have no way to get in touch with him. So I was kind of getting worried. So I went and asked his boss man, Bobby Terror. I was like, when is he coming back? And then he was like, well, you know, his grandmom died. I don't know if they took her to Mexico or not. Maybe he's in Mexico or whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay. So when I seen him come through the plant and he was like walking kind of like moping a little bit, I said, are you okay? Or what happened with your grandma? Or everything's fine? And he was like, everything's fine. And then he was like, I got to go upstairs and talk to the big boss man. I guess it was the boss man over by the Terror.
Plant manager.
The plant manager. So he let me see the obituary, and then he like took it back, and then he said, I'll see you when you get off work. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was just thinking he was going to see me the next day, but actually he came back and got me. And it was him and the lady that used to drive me home, and she was like, why you didn't tell me he was coming to get you? Because she was kind of like a dramatic person. She always thought you was gonna do something to her or something. Why you didn't tell me he was coming to get you? You had me getting out my bed. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know he was coming to get me. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll ride with you. And then she said, now go ahead and ride with your little boyfriend. And I was like, he is not my boyfriend. But anyway, that happened, and then in the new year was coming up, so it was finna be what, 99 or 2000?
2000.
It was finna be 2000. And again, he didn't ask me out. The lady asked me out. I guess
I asked you to, can we go?
No, you didn't. You didn't ask me out. You did not ask me out. No, you did not. You told all them first. Then you must have told all them first.
I did ask you out.
No, because all them asked me. It was like the lady asked me, and then the man that we work with, he said, you know, he wanted to take you to Underground, right? And his teeth fell out his mouth that day, and I was like dying because I didn't know them was false teeth, and and I was dying. And if you're looking at this, I'm so sorry, but I was like dying laughing. And then he was like, yeah, he want to take you out. And then I was like, okay, well, he got a mouth, you know. And then tell him about, you said I never cussed before.
Yeah, when we like interact at the job, you never hear her say a cuss word. She was like very polite. joke around all the time. We laughed. We were at the same time we were working too, so that made it fun. Trying to work.
That made our day go by quicker. Because 12 hours is a long time to spend in a plant with no lights, and you printing and this press going, and it's fast paced. You had to jog and stack down papers. It was fast paced. We printed for Publix, Kroger's, and a couple of other places. But yeah, it was fast paced. But it made the day go by quicker. And he said I never cussed, but when he got to know me, what I was,
I mean,
he said I'm a cussing bug.
No, I think I thought you only knew like 1 or 2 words, but actually you know 3 or 4 or 5 more words.
Okay, whatever. But I try to keep a cool head though.
Yeah, yes you did. I mean, you was good at the job.
So you saying I'm not good now?
No, as far as the cuss words, yeah, I mean, I might hear more cuss words when you off the job.
Whatever. Okay, he took me on the ground and that was that. We went on the ground and he came back with a complaint, and then everybody on our crew told me to complain. And then he was like, yeah, she walked in front of me. She act like she didn't know me. She was walking so fast. But if you ever been to underground on New Year's Eve, it's a lot of people down there. It's a lot of pickpocketers down there. It's a lot of people that don't mean you no good. And, you have to keep moving. Even if you be there just to watch the peach, you look up at the peach and somebody be grabbing your pocketbook, or somebody be doing something to you that, it just is what it is. But it's nice. It's fun to go every year, So that what happened. And then he met my sister because I told my sister, I said, I like this dude. And she was like, well, bring him to the house. Let's meet him. And then I was like, well, you want to go to my mom's house? And my mom fell in love with him instantly. I was like, ugh. She was like, come on, Ishmael, let's go to the store. And they go to the store, and then she was like, come on, can we do this or can we do that? Then Ishmael went to start picking up my son and stuff. So she used to feed him while I got fired from the printing company. Then I went to the wine company. So while I was at the wine company, Ishmael volunteered to pick up my son. So he used to go to my mom's house, because my mom used to put him on the bus. In the morning, I'd bring him to my mom's house. She would put him on the bus so he could go to pre-K. And then Ishmael used to go pick him up, and my mom made sure he never left out of there without something good in his belly.
Yeah, because her mom didn't know how to cook. She cooked real good. Made sure I was looking for a meal when I got over there, but she had like,
she fed him.
Yeah, she was real polite.
She made sure, she know he worked 12 hours, and she know that I wasn't going to be at home, so she fed him. And every time I go in her house, right, I used to say, because when he go to pick up Booby, I used to be trying to get there so I could see both of them before they go to sleep. So on my break, I used to fly to my mom's house so I could see them. And then every time I come in the house, he be at my mama's table smiling. And I be like, what you doing in my mama's house eating? You don't need, what I tell you, don't come over here being greedy and stuff like that. I used to always mess with him. And then she used to always say, honey, you need to go on back to work. You need to leave him alone. Just like that. But I used to always try to meet them so I could see them before they go to sleep. Because by the time I get off work, it'd be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So that was the gig. Okay, we would like to say thank you for watching. And these are just a couple of pictures that show our background, you know, where we've been. So stay tuned and you'll see where we're going. Have a blessed day, you guys. Goodbye.